Makuta! I, the seventh Toa, have come to banish your darkness forever and return Mata Nui from his fitful slumber.
You defeat me? All by yourself? You are nothing. I shall defeat you within the blink of an eye.
Typesetting those subtitles is probably one of the most fun things I've done in my entire life. Welcome to the finale of Let's Play Bionicle the game. Are you surprised? Takua was the seventh Toa. He's Takanuva, or Takuanuva is what it says on the level select. Wow! It actually was pretty cool, like if you were a Bionicle fan in 2003 and watching the Mask of Light and everything, but here in the game, not quite so much. Anyway, been standing around here waiting for Makuta to do something, but he just seems content to hang out. You know what? That's good. We can talk this out peacefully. Let's go talk about this, sir. Oh. No, I guess he doesn't want to talk. Yeah, you actually just have to get close to him, and that starts the fight. So, phase 1 of the fight against Makuta is just him summoning a couple waves of Rahi for you to fight against. Now, Takanuva plays a little differently from the other Toa, in that his elemental energy just recharges immediately, so you can just spam attack. And Makuta laughs every time you get damaged. Well, most of the time when you get damaged. This is Bionicle the game, after all. Consistency is a bit much to ask for. Every time you beat a wave, Makuta jumps for some reason, teleports away, and drops a Lightstone. There are 4 Lightstones at this level. There's no reward for getting them all, but there are 4 Lightstones. This fight is like where I realized, like fully realized for the first time, just how much health enemies have. That's really the only thing that differentiates them. Like, enemies flying doesn't actually make them different from them being on the ground. The only other difference is slight timing and like shielding for their attacks. Alright, now Makuta teleports to the center and summons more Rocky. Yup. Just keep doing this. This part of the fight always goes a little bit differently for me, I feel like. The enemies will start like going to the sides of the screen and stuff, and so then picking off the last few can be rather a pain. Guys, am I failing to hit you? I don't even know. Do that, and then he jumps in frustration or whatever, I don't know, thus causing the ground to give way. And so we dive into phase 2. Falling! Oh, I'm fine. Again. Yeah, that's good. That's the perfect sound effect for Makuta to make when he takes damage. Since this is the final battle, I thought maybe I could mix up the music a little bit, and when 2 Bionicles fight, there's really only one song to play. Alright, so Makuta has put an energy shield up, and it's powered by these 4 tablets or whatever. So stepping on them is enough to fill them with light energy, and that's how you deactivate the shield. Then you can bounce the projectile back like in the cutscene and damage it. He will always shoot a projectile after you brought the shield down, which is why he shot 2 in quick succession. For phase 2, he drops a couple rocks, which is where I can reveal that Takanuva actually has a second ability. He can glide, like Lewa. This is something I only found out pretty recently. You don't need to glide, you can just climb on the rocks on the inside line, but it is easier than trying to go along with platforms. Oh, ooh, that was close. Alright, this is now phase 3. He abandons the shield and the tablets, and now... There we go. Now, bouncing back projectile stuns him, and from there, you can shoot him. In recent recordings, I have had huge difficulty actually managing to, like, hit him when he's stunned. Standing on a platform for too long will make it shake and eventually flip over and throw you off, so you have to keep moving. And now, the final hit. Makuta sings his beautiful swan song, and with that, we have beaten Bionicle the game. Well, I did. You watched. Now, let's see what all this is built to.
Let's take a closer look at your shadows.
Light and dark are balanced, revealing the will of Mana Nui. Perpetual darkness has been exiled from our lands. Let us awaken the Great Spirit.
There were some, like, last-minute sort of changes to the 2003 storyline at the end, I think to extend the story for longer because Bionicle was so successful, so they're not entirely to blame for how, like, choppy and uncertain this is. Like, for example, in Bionicle Mask of Light, they say at the end they're awakening the Great Spirit. They don't do that. If you haven't noticed, there's no music for the credits. That's not me, like, forgetting to turn the volume back up. When I think credits, there's really only one song that seems right to me. Well, that's Bionicle the game. This is the part where I give my, like, final thoughts and stuff. Here we go. I mean, first of all, this is also the part where I say that the people who made this game, I'm not, like, I don't have any ill will toward them. Argonaut Software was, based on the Wikipedia page, probably working on too many projects. They folded, like, the next year or something. The game is not good, obviously. I've said that repeatedly, and it's plain to see. But it's also true that making a Bionicle game is actually pretty difficult. Translating ideas that are there to exist to make the toys appealing and then translating that into a video game, it's actually a very different medium. And I'll say one other thing. Bionicle the game is, in my opinion, not the worst Bionicle game. It's not even the worst Bionicle console game. And there were only 2. Now, of course, the problems with the game are pretty straightforward. The game doesn't look good, but on a pure gameplay level, the problem is just that there's no variety in what you do, except, of course, there is variety, there's vehicle levels, which is sort of the go-to way to add gameplay variety. It very rarely works out well. You want to hammer out a really appealing core gameplay that's very versatile, whereas this is very much unversatile core gameplay. There's just one thing you do, and also you jump around, and none of it feels pleasant. None of the animations are good, and the story is poorly told. The music is fine, but not, at least it isn't on GameCube because of how compressed it is. There you go. That covers most of it. There's also just the concept of the world of BioNICLE, and this fails to get that across. But I think there is really only one game that gets the BioNICLE world across, that really lets you experience that sort of mystery of existing in this completely alien sort of universe. Well, all that said, this has been fun, despite ending frustrations with the final episode recording. And I'll see you some other time. Well, I won't see you. Because like I don't see you. I post videos, but I'll post more videos, and then you may comment on them, and then I may see those comments and possibly reply to them. Just sort of like seeing you. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, I'll see you. You won't see me. You'll hear me. And I won't hear you. I'll see you. It's a bit mystical. Okay, bye.